If you think about the Hyundai brand, what things spring to mind? Could it be reliability, the long warranties, or perhaps they're good cars but are just a little bit bland? Well, if it's the last one, you might have to rethink, because this is the i30N and it's Hyundai's new performance hatchback. It's been developed by none other than an ex-BMW M Division boss, and naturally, being a hot hatchback, honed around the Nürburgring. The idea is to sprinkle a little bit of Hyundai's Rally Championship success on their road cars, and we're in Italy to find out whether it's worked. Prices for the i30N start at £25,000, and that's for the 248 brake horsepower version, but we're in the performance version. It's called the i30N Performance, and that gets just under 275 brake horsepower and will cost you £28,000. The nice thing is that it does feel quite well sorted, so the chassis is well balanced. I've got nice steering so that when I turn into a bend, it feels sharp and pointy at the front end, grips nicely, but then also on the way out of corners you've got a limited slip differential, which when you put your foot down it drags you out the corners without loads of wheel spin taking over and skipping you into a hedge. But then the engine as well, we're down on power compared to something like a Civic Type R, which has over 300 brake horsepower, and certainly the Focus RS. However, when you put your foot down, it picks up nicely and also makes a good noise. So you get pops and crackles from the back of the exhaust when you're downshifting or lifting off the accelerator. And it's a little bit contrived. It's slightly a manufactured sound, but that doesn't mean it doesn't sound good. It sounds quite pleasant, actually. There's even a rev matching feature, so you can feel like a racing driver, where it matches the engine speed to the road speed and gives you really smooth down changes. But not just that, it feels well damped as well. So we've got adjustable dampers on here, which you can put into 3 different settings from soft to firmer, and that keeps the body nicely controlled through corners as well. But also in the softer setting, the ride is reasonably compliant. It's not as good as the Civic Type R, but it is softer than the quite firm riding Focus RS. Then there's the dashboard layout. It's pretty good in here. It's not the best finished thing in the world. There's a few brittle plastics, but it does feel solid, and it's well laid out so I can see everything that I need to see. All the buttons are where I need them to be, and it's quite well equipped. So I've got dual zone climate control and plenty of safety equipment, plus this 8-inch sat-nav touchscreen system, which, while not quite as good as some of the VW Group products, does work reasonably well and it's quite intuitive. One thing I would say that's a bit of a shame is that a little bit more effort could have been made to jazz up the interior, because it doesn't feel that much different to any normal Hyundai i30. But that said, the same situation could be said of other hot hatchbacks in the class, with exception perhaps of the Civic Type R, with its bright red bucket seats and carbon trim everywhere. It does feel a little bit more like a proper hot hatchback.